2, 1, go, and then launch the intro.
Yeah. I forgot to have an intro.
Warning, some viewers may find the following footage deeply disturbing. For more awesome content, like and subscribe now. Lock and load, bitches.
Wow, I'm blown away.
What an intro that is. All right.
Whoa. Everybody go. There you are.
And Grumpy John has joined us. Welcome to the chat, everybody. I was bored on a Thursday night listening to another show, Buck Mountain Bar and Chris. I'm like, damn it. I'm tired of sitting there talking to the chat. I'll talk to my own chat, damn it.
This is the extra edition.
Oh, great.
Bonus edition.
Yeah, bonus edition. Yeah, so I found a great Bolo tonight, so I'll share it in a minute.
It was probably my freaking item that I blew out for freaking pennies on the dollar the other day.
Whoa.
Okay, so let's get this straight from the last show, can we? From the last show. Dave and I talked about you today, John, when we were on the phone. And here's one thing I know. You're crazy and you're all kinds of stuff. But let me tell you this. If your ass can't run PPP and sell something, I damn sure don't want it because you're the best I know at PPC and moving this shit. And if you can't sell it, I ain't got no business even looking at it. There you go.
Listen, I told you in the show that I didn't offer it to anybody because I didn't think it was something that I would, felt good about.
Yeah, Dave and I were both like, yeah, that's insane that if John can't move it, ain't none of what of us amateurs got a chance of moving it.
Yeah, we talked about that at dinner. I was like, yeah, no.
All right, so you're going to have your days mixed up. Don't worry, Mike. Todd will be live tomorrow. I'll be live again tomorrow night. So went to Walmart. Okay, so I did a thing. So how much of the story do we need to get to before we get to the Bolo? Okay, so here I am, right? I had 6 things to pick up at the building, and I'm stepping over shit. My 10 by 20 is full. It's a fucking disaster. Pardon my French. I'm sorry. I dropped an F-bomb in the first 2 minutes and 53 seconds. Damn. Dude. And as I'm leaving the unit, I got to go make a circle, come back around because I got to punch in the number. I noticed that one of the end units doesn't have a lock on it. I'm like, wait a minute. That's the 10 by 30 units. I said, let me drive around and see if there's a lock on the other side. Uh-oh. Is this unit open? She said, let me check with Brian. I'll call you right back. She called me right back. She said, yeah, why, you want it? I'm like, yeah, I want to come out of this one and go into that one. So basically, I went from my main working unit is a 10 by 20. And it's when I put everything in there, it's half organized, half not, and it's a chaos. But the 10 by 30 is open on both ends. And so over the weekend now, I'm going to build in my processes like I've been trying to do here. So I'm gonna work over in that building. Everything listed on this side, everything listed on that side. One end is just for me picking up, and I'll have a table in there I can process and probably take one of these old computers over there and then the other end is going to be for Van Massey. I'm going to store a certain amount for Van Massey. So every Sunday, I just pull up to the other side, load off the Van Massey shelf. And so what do I do on Saturday? Saturday afternoon on the way home, before I even go home, everything that's Van Massey, I stop, I drop it off. And everything that I'm not going to immediately deal with, I'll put on the unlisted shelves. And so I'm really going to strive to bring some process and organization into my life. I think the bigger unit will do it because it's a lot more effective when you have an access on both ends. So why do I tell you that? Because it's got 2 ends. I needed 2 locks. I only have 1 lock. I'm like, damn it. I've got 2 locks, but I have to keep one on the unit that I'm still using until I unload it. And so I'm like, let's go to Walmart. Stopped by the thrift store, bought 0. Went to Walmart. I'm like, there's some clearance in Walmart. Let's wander around clearance because reselling is a disease, folks. If you have not figured out, I've told you for years, reselling is a disease. Yeah. And I'm looking in the garden center, and I'm like, does that really say $75? Which phone did I take a picture with? I go FaceTiming with Joni. I'm like, this is $75. Is this the one? Is this one you want? And she said, hell yeah, I want it. You might want to check your Walmart. I'll make a short right after the show. They're clearancing out this Blackstone portable pizza oven. There's one. The new one has a stand on it. This one doesn't have a stand. I've got the barcode.
How much is it?
$75.
Yeah, that's cheap. He's on his way to go get a couple of them.
So there's your model and your barcode. It's a model. I'm sorry. Maybe that's better. Can you see it?
John's on his way to Walmart, he said.
So that is the original price sticker on that is $275. They had it marked down to $75. It's a Blackstone pizza oven. That's the model. So there you go. What's up, Don? Heather, it's an addiction. I mean, I'm not putting up so fine so you can't see them. Okay, so let's it would be nice to send John the barcode into the group. Man, that's exactly how it happened. I told you exactly how. I called Joni. I went on FaceTime, so I checked the prices on everything else. That was really the only thing. I picked up some clearance, and bought the locks and went home. But it's, folks, do what you've got to do. Don't listen to naysayers. People would tell you I got too many storage units. So I've really been. Dave and I've been talking about this some and behind the scenes. I thought we talk about a couple times a week, Dave.
Yep.
And the one thing I really want to do is one of my storage units is all women's underwear. Okay, so half of it is, and half of it's just a pile of mess because the boxes that the stuff is in have been repacked 3 or 4 times before I got them. And so they don't stack up. And so every time you stack them up, they go, yeah. I need those boxes need some Viagra or something to stand up. They need something. They're really limp. But and so I'm starting to pick up storage totes. I picked up 4 big ones yesterday. So I want to replace some of the storage totes on the cheap. I don't want to go buy new ones because I don't want to be stuck with all these storage totes. And so my idea is to really organization. I'm tired of this. And the problem is I went into that building over there with no plan. And so I've really sat down. I've been thinking about it a lot since I told Brian that the guy who owns the storage building that I wanted. He's a cool guy, by the way. So Brian, who owns the storage building, he is. I told y'all about him before. He's on TikTok. His name is Smile a While. He is currently fighting cancer. He has cancer that's mostly under control. But so he's got I think it's a Lamborghini. It's bright yellow. You can't miss his car. And so what does he do with the car? If you're battling cancer or a cancer survivor, he gives free rides in the car. And that's really a lot of kids and older people who've never been in a supercar. So he's an outstanding young man. So check him out if you're on TikTok. Smile a while. Tracy, what's up, man? Tracy, it'd be a good time for you to test your camera and your microphone you picked up at the yard sale that you told me you were going to come on the show and get it working.
6-8 months ago, maybe
it's
longer.
At least probably it's like 2 weekends after Harlan quit yard sales, but he really didn't quit yard sales.
Yeah,
he quit yard sales with me because I don't have boobs. I guess I don't know. Don't worry, Harlan. I don't blame you. I'd quit yard sales with me.
It quit me too.
Yeah, that's it. Hey, Jennifer, man, you're the absolute best. People tell you that all the time. They mean it. She found it. He's also on YouTube as well. That is Brian. Brian's a nice guy. Really, really nice guy. Yeah. So so they upgraded the storage unit company upgraded their billing system, and somehow some of the card numbers got lost in the transfer, and so I'm on automatic payments, and they got lost. And I get a call from Brian. I'm like, yesterday, I'm like, or 2 days ago, I'm like, yeah, Brian, what's up? Did my storage building catch on fire? He goes, no, I'm about to put a lock on. I'm like, for what? He said, it's a few weeks late. I'm like, I said, that's your fault. I'm on automatic payments. If it's late, it ain't my He said, I should have known that. He said, because we've lost some cars. And so he's like, can you give the lady at the office a call, Miss Wendy? So I called her and I took care of it. But I'm like, dude, I appreciate that so much that you remember which one was my unit, because I still had 5 things to pick up that afternoon to ship yesterday. So, nice guy. No worries, Jennifer. I appreciate that so much. Lincoln, you'll try. Oh my God, y'all might meet Tracy.
Uh-oh.
Y'all be fortunate to meet Tracy. Tracy's a heck of a nice guy. He's okay. According to Joni, he's crazy as hell. and yeah, so other than that, which that kind of fits in because I've been accused of that once or twice. And anybody else that wants to come in, as long as you got clothes on, there's the link. Come on and join. Oh my goodness gracious, I can even see him too. Hot damn! Man.
I made it. Look at that, it works.
Holy hell! Eric said he'd already met you. You didn't want to come on because you're Todd's grandson with all them damn boxes.
Is my mic working?
Oh yeah.
Huh?
No, I can't hear you.
Sound better than Todd.
Shut up, Dave.
So yeah, if you need a pizza oven, Tracy, I grabbed that pizza oven. It's heavy, Blackstone. It'll last for quite a while. I got that one in Hazel Green, so if you might want to check some of the other ones, if you want. They're also pretty decent. They're asking about the same price, about $300 on eBay for them, but I didn't see any solds. Did you go to the States the other day for golf clubs?
Yeah, I went, but I was only able to get a bag and a couple of the player clubs.
Why, did somebody beat you to them, or were they no good?
Yeah, somebody got. I was like 6th in line, and there were 3 guys in front of me trying to get them.
So what clubs were there that were so good that you went for?
It was a set of tailor-made irons.
Nice, very, very nice. What's going on here? I don't know. Why don't you ask your husband?
It's Anything Happens Thursday.
What's going on?
Hey, I heard you popped your cherry today.
Can you hear me okay?
Hey, it's Storage Unit John.
Storage Unit John.
Cherry. All right.
Can you hear me all right?
Or is it just Unit John?
Hey, Mr. Chef John, for all the heck that I give you, the first person I called and told about the oven was you, so you should go privileged.
Can you hear me okay though? Really?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Perfect.
You're good.
I'm gonna be out here working while I'm on the show. I'll be like Jacob.
Okay, except not as young.
No, extra smoke from here. Bearded King Picker.
Yeah. Just
It's no cigarettes. It's just weed and vapes.
Harlan thinks you're on fire. This is a mastermind group. Larry, do you like that short I put out? If so, y'all check out the short I made. That's why I can't go to yard sales by myself, because I end up picking up books like that for Jacob. So if y'all haven't seen the short yet, so I picked up a book last weekend, Dating for Engineers, and I bought this for Jacob because Johnny wants grandkids at some point before we die. Damn it!
That was funny.
I'm in the same boat, Beard.
Do you want me to go ahead? Jacob said he wasn't going to read it and kind of looked at me funny. So you want me to go ahead and send it? I was tired of listening to the Buck Mountain Bar and Chris. Such negativity, thinking that Georgia's going to beat Alabama and listening to all that shit. I can only take so much. Damn it, Chris. And if I heard one more story about the bowling ball, I'm like, damn, come on, Chris. Is there something besides a bowling ball? You sent that short to your son, Tyler. That's awesome.
Wow, Cowboys are ahead. What the hell?
Yeah.
So James Tennyson says Tennessee Tom Bigby trashed the treasure yard sale, the third through the 50 miles long highway. So I've thought about doing that. I wonder if that was any better than the 101. That's the same weekend as the 101, right, Tracy?
Oh,
Tracy.
new offer.
Tracy.
Oh, what happened?
I don't know. Tracy lost volume, I guess.
Something happened. Trying to figure it out.
Tracy, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm trying to figure out how I'm getting a echo. I'm trying to figure out how to
Oh,
get
you
rid of
gotta mute the channel. You have YouTube open.
Do you have YouTube open?
Yeah, mute it.
You have to mute. You have to mute YouTube. Yeah. So I think that Tennessee Tom Bigby, I think that runs right down Alabama, Mississippi line. I've never done the 25. I thought about it a couple years ago. I ran into somebody. I was outsourcing in the middle of nowhere. I ran into a hardware store, a drugstore in this little bitty town in the middle of nowhere. And the guy recognized me. I'm like, that's so strange. I mean, when you're in the middle of nowhere, Mississippi, a little bitty town, and somebody knows who you are, that's the power of the internet and a weird personality. Really, really, really nice family that had been family-owned business, hardware store, drugstore. And they were telling me about it, that they thought that was a good yard sale.
What'd you sell, Todd? I heard you're on fire lately.
I am burning.
Larry
I sold a Oktoberfest jacket.
Woohoo! That's a good month. I'm having a
it's
good
one of
month.
those weird days. I've got 2 sales on Bonanza today.
Oh yeah.
Really?
What was it? I hadn't even figured out what I sold on Bonanza yet.
You're the king of Bonanza, I think.
I didn't even call him Bonanza.
King of Bonanza.
He's the king of Bonanza. He's had under a dozen sales. He's still kicking our asses.
Dang, $670 have sold today to unsuspecting buyers. Nice.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm a part-timer.
Yeah, kicking ass.
It's going to California.
on eBay.
I may have to get a storage unit at this rate.
Hell yeah.
Ron, you keep thinking that if the same Georgia that shows up in Tuscaloosa was in Kentucky last week or cut 2 weeks ago, they'll get run out of Tuscaloosa. The referees won't save them this time. But it should be. I mean, we're an underdog. They're an outstanding team. It's one of those. The one thing I can tell you is that if Georgia loses to Alabama again, remember how y'all don't understand how good Georgia's been. Georgia is 40-2 over their last 42 games. You know who the 2 is? They've lost to us twice. They have beat everybody else on their freaking schedule for 3.5 years. Lost to Bama twice. But there's no Nick Saban. So without Nick Saban, if DeBoer beats them, they're going to have psychiatrists going nuts over there trying to put these basket cases back together. Because there's going to be some kind of major psychosis happening in Georgia.
Let me give you an example of people suck. I have a Sony extra bass Bluetooth speaker, and they sent us their old Soundcore one.
Cool.
Great. And I bet it probably doesn't even work very well.
Mm.
liquidation for you.
Larry, Missouri's just got to get an offense. They were so good on offense last year. Once they get some rhythm back, they'll be good. Yeah, the returns, that's got to be. But that's why you do the 40-40. You don't count on.
Whoa.
On 100%. If it's even though it's manifested, you look at it, you don't count on that speaker. I'm going to make this much money because until you put your hands on it, you don't have a clue.
Right.
Yeah, that's important. But I'm excited this weekend to spend some time really making this work because because as I list stuff, I have nowhere to put it, and that's been a big problem. The more because I've taken my store from low 200s, I'm into the mid 500s, almost 600 items now, and so that's almost triple the store. But I've had no place to put this stuff. So,
I start that journey on Saturday, so I still have a mess behind me. I got a little fold out cart that I'm getting tomorrow, and then Saturday I'll just move the unlisted stuff over there and just kind of evaluate what kind of space I've left.
Yes, Larry. I'm going from a 10 by 20 to a 10 by 30, but the 10 by 30 has got doors on both sides as well. So it really opens up a lot of options for different. I don't have a basement to fill up like Tracy does. So.
It's full, as you can tell.
You keep telling me it's full, and I didn't believe you, but.
Well, the room behind that door back there is full too.
You were not lying. Because I asked him, because we're eating wings, and I was telling him about picking up the two Dysons. He goes, "Yeah, I passed on them." I'm like, "Why, dude?" He goes, "So I put 6 in store."
Right? That's the game, man. You're either running out of money or space or time. No matter how you slice it, no matter what you're doing.
Yes, Phil. Imagine that Amazon wants their employees to show up to work facilities again. Folks, I can tell you, they think they're saving money by not. But can you just think about the last couple of years with all these workers from home? Just think about the people that are working from home, and do you think they give a solid 8 hours? What's the efficiency rate drop to? Because these people are nowhere. They're running around in their underwear, brown stains and all, with nothing else to do. Or they're on a phone somewhere trying to convince you they're at home working. Because a phone is like a mini computer. You can do damn near anything with a phone. Because I'm sure if I can take a picture on my phone and put a fake background on it in under 10 seconds, I'm sure you can put a fake background on a phone for a conference call. That's got to be a thing. That's definitely got to be a thing. So do you have a great topic for your show tomorrow, John?
No. Not really. I always find out the topic about noon, about 3 hours before I go live. I'll go on and look, unless something's going on, but nothing's really going on right now.
How do you come up with a diatribe that long with only 3 or 4 hours of prep?
Well, you're opinionated and you kind of have an idea of what to talk about. I mean, it's easy.
Yeah.
I think I should have to bless your diatribes early. You should have to send me a text of all the things so I can approve whether you say it or not.
I'll be right back. I got to take this call.
Is that what I think it is? Sounds like an original.
I'm gonna help Tracy out. There we go, Tracy. He's full of hot air. Yeah. I mean, like today, I'm tired of Josh telling us how much he works and how hard he works, and he's taking pictures of the Niagara River or whatever it's called, showing us That's the two greatest countries in one time and one picture and all that craziness. That's not working.
That's not working.
I mean, it's a cool picture. Let's see if I can find it. It's a cool picture, but all right, text message. That's what he's taking a picture of. The two greatest countries. Ron retracted the message. That's terrible, Ron.
Is that France and Germany?
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. But so the one thing that's been really bothering me lately, and I'm now 3 days in a row, 3 for 3. Get a great sale. And before I can even get excited about the sale, they've all been over $100. One was almost $200. A request for cancel immediately. They cancel so damn fast. I can't even respond to the cancel because the money hasn't been moved around yet. What they're beating eBay to even processing the order for ready to do anything at all, and they're requesting the order by mistake. I didn't mean to. The dog licked my asshole. Whatever the excuse is, you got to hit like 2 or 3 buttons in order to order an item.
I wonder if that was a thing.
Glenn, what's up, man? Welcome to the show.
Sounds like a Diddy thing.
Yeah.
You see, John?
It's happened 3 days in a row. First thing in the day, it was all I could do not to, because that person sent me a message saying, they did it by mistake. Can I please cancel? It was all I could do not to unload on this person. One of these days, I'm not going to have the self-restraint. Larry, what's up, man? Good evening. I am not going to have this.
What about that one I told you about today, where I get a negative feedback?
This is insane. This is insane, dude.
Yeah, this is a paper shredder, and it's open box new. I took like 3 or 4 pages of whatever and tried it out. It worked great. I almost kept it because the one I have is pretty old, but nonetheless, I'm not here to keep what I sell. So we listed it. It sold for like $80 plus shipping, and she gets it. And the I don't know if you guys know the shredders. You got this real heavy top that sits on this plastic bin, pretty much.
Right.
And the plastic bin, I guess they just threw the package around. It was factory packaging, but it got to her all beat up and busted up. So she let me know with photos, which is what I need to make that decision. And I gave her a full refund, no questions asked. Said, hey, these things happen with shipping, blah blah blah. So fast forward a week, I get negative feedback. It says item arrived unusable, but seller acted quickly and gave me a refund. So thinking, well, why the hell then would you leave me a negative feedback? So I sent her a message and I said, hey, I'm not sure why you left this negative feedback. I resolved this to the best of my ability. It's out of our control if the carrier busted up. We actually had a package really well. And sellers rely on feedback, and I just gave her the BS story. But nonetheless, I was just kind of expecting her not to respond. She only had 16 feedbacks for herself. And I get a message within 10 minutes that says, hey, I would like to go in and change my feedback. I'd be glad to do that kind of thing. And then so I send her a revision request. And 30 minutes later, she goes on to say, well, I can change it to a neutral, but, there's some things that you didn't resolve for me. Or, first of all, you said it worked, but it doesn't work now. Well, first of all, if you know the way those things work, there's a safety mechanism built into the housing of that bin, right? So if it's busted all to pieces, you place that heavy shredder down on top of it, the safety is not going to trigger because there's a safety mechanism, so you can't run that thing and get your hand all cut up in there. And so it was that busted up to where the safety mechanism wasn't going to support that. So she's also saying, hey, you also didn't include caster wheels with this thing, which I went in placed in the listing that it doesn't come with caster wheels. So, she's trying to hold these things against me. And she said, but I will wait to hear back from you unless you want to talk about something else. What the hell would I want to talk about? I just simply asked her to remove the negative feedback. I mean, it almost sounds like she wants me to do something above and beyond the refund. So I don't know. That's kind of where we left it off. I responded with all that, but she probably isn't going to do anything.
Extortion feedback.
Well, how can you extort someone that's already refunded you? What is she trying to get?
I know, right?
You want my phone number? I don't know. What is it?
She wants a date.
Yeah.
She's that hard up, huh?
Are you back to work? Because if you're still on vacation, you can't come on. I can't let these loafers on here messing with our groove, and somebody is lollygagging all over the East Coast.
Freaking slacker.
Slumlord.
Yeah. This background's just fake.
Oh yeah.
Makes me look.
According to David, he did have a dinner date on this trip. Though. According to David.
Oh, what? Inquiring minds want to know.
Jake, when are you going to get married and have kids? Come on.
What? Look. Holy shit.
I did.
Got him.
I did take him to see our future vice president. So.
Oh.
But that's a crazy case of some. I had a good one. So I had an item. So everybody, y'all all know UPS picks up in my driveway. I put about two and a half weeks ago. I had a big stack of stuff on a Monday. UPS comes, everything goes away just like normal. Well, 3 days ago, I get a message for a request. I'm like, that's interesting. What's the request for? It's usually bad news. And it's someone saying that an item didn't arrive. They didn't appreciate the fact that I fake shipped it. I'm like, what do you mean fake? Remember I told you that I had a UPS item that didn't? And now I get a message from this person saying that I don't appreciate you. Never. I mean, it's always a $10 item. And, I mean, this big diatribe. So I sent them a message. I'm waiting for them to give me negative feedback. I sent one back saying, "Hey, I'm sorry. UPS picks up on my driveway every single day. They scan it. And they go on. I don't understand what happened to it. I've only lost 2 UPS packages in 10, 11 years. And it was this one in a frying pan now."
I had the post office yesterday pick up my UPS ground saver package.
Oh yeah,
my wife ran the number and she said, "Yeah, it's moving." She goes, "The fucking post office is stupid."
So the post office, so that they picked up your UPS package and it's running through the postal system.
It's ground saver. She didn't check. I didn't schedule a pickup. She just came anyways, and she can scan it. So she scanned it. It's moving through the network. I can't see that. You know what I mean? But my wife looked it up. She's like, "That's dumb. Like it shouldn't work." She goes, "But it does."
That's you. So John, I think that you need to send a strongly worded letter to your shipping department and let her know that you're very disappointed in the negative feedback that she got for not packing that thing very well. And what is she going to do to improve her performance?
Right.
I once told a buyer who sent me a nastygram about shipping. I said, I just fired my shipper because of this, so I think he's never problem. They felt good about it. They were good with that answer.
Yep.
It's not like she's still watching, so it's okay.
They just wanted to be heard.
No. I didn't do shit wrong. That was before you. That was before you were even involved in the business.
This is the kind of drama everybody tunes in for on Thursday night.
It's the only reason to have a Thursday show.
Well, I played golf this morning, so I told myself I was going to work tonight, so that's why I'm out here.
Yeah, listen. I was torturing myself listening to Chris Buck Mountain Barn. Make sure y'all subscribe to Chris. Even though he's a Georgia fan, he's all right. Except his English, his use of the English language is terrible. He mentions that somebody, a friend of his, was a pastor, but he called him a pasture. I'm like, how the hell can somebody be a pasture?
They get shit on all the time. That's why.
That's deep. That's deep South accent there. Yeah. Be mindful too of all the Florida pickers. They are under the gun right now. If you know anybody in the Panhandle, they're under the gun right now.
Yeah.
Up to a 20 foot surge coming through. Yeah. So I know
20 foot surge is huge for Florida.
Yeah, Kat was in that chat, and she's 20 miles inland down there, and expecting to get. She was watching it because during the show, she's like, "This thing is moved to the left or the right one way," and she's like, "I needed to go the other way, not this way." So I know Nurse Flipper and Rod are down there in the way. There's quite a few people that live down there in that area, neck of the woods, and South Georgia is going to take power and stuff in South Georgia. So remember the folks down there. They're going to have a devil of a time.
Yeah, they're saying this could be multitudes worse than Katrina. That's what they're saying.
Is it coming in a high tide? Is why the 20 foot surge? That's folks. If you don't live, so the last one that came up the other side, went up the other side. It sat on North Carolina and South Carolina. They got some. I was talking to Mother yesterday. Oh, I didn't talk to her yesterday because yesterday was her birthday and she wouldn't answer the phone. My own mother wouldn't answer the phone on her birthday. I'm like, it's a good thing I talked to you 2 hours the day before and 2 hours today, just not on your birthday. Insane. And Johnny's like, I sent her a text, wished her happy birthday. I know she saw it because the red receipt said she read it. I'm like, that don't mean she's going to answer her phone. They were out fishing all night, so they were sleeping in and whatever. But they got so much. If you look up some of the videos in Leland, North Carolina, which is right below Wilmington, and Carolina Beach, and all the flooding that happened there, they got 24 inches of rain in like 2 days. It was insane. It was insane. Yeah, so Gainesville and Tallahassee. I know my buddy Dave. We got a good friend over in that area. That's where Bird is the word lives over there. Hopefully, Big Al. Hopefully, you're all right, man. I talked to him the other day.
You know, my wife is in Florida right now, right?
Oh, is she? I didn't know that.
Yeah, she's visiting her mom in Orlando. Well,
she's in the safe part then.
She's clear.
Yeah. Yeah, they're drinking. They're having a hurricane party. So.
Right.
How did you get out of going?
No, they're doing a thing now where they go individually and go spend a week with their mom. Her sister just did it like a couple months ago.
So let me guess, you didn't go because your computers can't deal with the humidity, and you didn't want to buy another one.
That's it.
Okay.
I did not want to wait till I got home to use my computer.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Sean, what's up, man? Good evening. Good evening. So Charlotte had a bad storm. Is this a conspiracy show? Because I really think this was a man-created hurricane. I think HARP created this hurricane. Am I crazy to think that HARP created this hurricane?
50-50.
I know the one person who keeps up with this as much as I do, Mr. Conspiracy, even though he downplays it. But it's going right around us. So the way it's coming up, it's going to go, I think, through Atlanta, up and around Chattanooga, so it doesn't hit Huntsville. Thank goodness. We'll get some rain tomorrow, but that's about it. Just don't rain on Saturday.
We've had 10 inches of rain in the last 6 days. 5 days. Wow.
Been hot here.
Ron, you have to hold beer, Ron, because you can't drink with all your health issues. So there you go. Yeah, it's look at if y'all are bored, look into HARP. I think it's HAARP. And the craziness and the weather stuff that program. I think it started in Alaska, is where a lot of their main stuff is, but look into that. You got nothing better to do.
You say Hartmut? That's a village in Afghanistan. Or Pakistan.
And if you really want to go down the rabbit hole, look at the one that hit the Arab Emirates in Dubai. Let's say 4 to 5 months ago.
Yeah, have they ever had one? Never
Yeah,
had.
monsoon. Yeah, they
Oh, there you go.
they reported that they were testing cloud seeding. That was the report. Testing cloud seeding, and apparently it worked way too well.
Okay, Harlan, they cancel yard sales. I got you. I'm gonna tell Tracy. We'll put him back on here.
Oh yeah, you muted him.
Hey Tracy, Harlan has just announced that they canceled all yard sales for Saturday.
Okay, I believe him this time like I do all the other times.
Yeah.
Yes, Better Barbie. I hope your trees do well. Maybe the extra rain will do. So Better Barbie was the one that ordered the trees the other weekend.
Harlan, we had hoped that Marcia would stop your lying ways, but I guess she's not had that effect on you yet. Marcia, take care of your man. They're actually having a yard sale Saturday, so be right back.
Looks like there's one tomorrow on Winchester Road, Scott.
Is that preacher again doing that? Is that Hal doing that at the church?
It doesn't say it, just 1262 Winchester Road. It says
Harlan,
rain or shine.
That's got Harlan. Is that Hal tomorrow? It sounds like him.
That's what I was thinking when I saw the address.
It is. It's Hal.
Okay. I'm gonna be out of town tomorrow morning, but I'll be back for Saturday.
That's bad. I'm gonna have to let Hal know tomorrow when I see him, but he has too many yard sales if I recognize his address at the church. Harlan said they're not doing theirs. If y'all are quitters like that, Harlan, you just need to quit and not even go to yard sales.
Yeah.
Because the other day he was talking about, well, we're going to just take shifts and one of us run the yard sale and one of us go out. I get they probably got some big argument who was going to get to go out first, and then now they're both going out. That's what happened, right?
I think so. Sounds right to me.
That's what I'm telling the internet happened.
That's what I'm telling you.
And Harlan can't come on here because he's probably got marks on his face.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so one thing, folks, if y'all can do me a favor, if you're of the praying variety, could you lift up Harlan's father in your prayers? He had a health scare this week. He is back at home doing much better. But Mr. Rivas, there's a reason why Harlan's a good person. His parents are really good people, and Mr. Rivas is a really, really nice man. So if y'all remember Mr. Rivas, I appreciate that, and I'm sure Harlan would too. Yeah, hey, Harlan, I'm giving Harlan a hard time because I ain't talked to him all week because he's had a pretty rough, complicated week. I
apologize for the squeaky chair.
We don't care. We put up with Tom. We don't care.
Yeah. Yeah, hit it.
All right, let's see. We'll put out a call to Tom.
Yep.
Oh, let's try this one.
I'll be real fucking gentle. I'll be real fucking gentle.
Making soup over there? What are you doing?
Hey, Southern Vermont Village, how are you?
Making some soup or something? Or what's going on?
Yeah, we were talking about the hurricane a minute ago. A lot of people are in the way of it. So
that's in an ice machine.
I just see them pouring water, so a cup of noodles.
No, if they're testing an ice maker, Frigidaire, it's a pretty nice one. digital screen and everything.
Oh, that is a nice one. Most of them don't have. Most of them just have on and off buttons and a couple switches or whatever.
So how long you got to wait until it makes ice?
Usually like 10 to 15 minutes.
It's pretty fast.
So anything that I can water test, like coffee makers, I'll mess with.
Yeah.
I have Jenna now testing appliances as well, so that's helping me, saving me some time.
You're gonna get more negative feedback.
I just part them out and try to sell them.
You're gonna get more negative feedback letting Jenna do that.
First, I'm looking over his shoulder.
I know because have you seen those TikTok that TikTok couple where he'll say something and she throws whatever's around her at him? That's gonna be John. Something's gonna be coming from around the corner, hit him right in the back of the head.
Yeah, shoe. But I didn't say anything.
I didn't.
It wasn't me.
You didn't have to go on Beer Show, damn it. Hell, Joni's asleep. She already know what I'm doing. So,
Right.
So Larry says his wife tests electronics for him. Very nice. My wife tests the checking account for me. That's about it. And my nerves.
Yeah.
Wait, October 3rd, can I get here fast enough? If they tell her she can't put weight on that foot, I'm gonna strangle that doctor personally. I'm gonna strangle
that doctor.
Y'all do realize she got injured like the last week of June. She's been Scooter Girl since the last week of June.
Damn.
I told her she was a superhero. She said, "The world's suckiest superhero. I hate being Scooter Girl."
Oh my Scooter Girl.
My wife does take pictures, but she don't test anything.
But the biggest thing is that you just gotta have someone that's understanding. I mean, I don't need her help. I mean, if I asked, she would do things, but just to be very supportive, that is much. Yeah, shit, Joanna, because she has to use a knee scooter because her elbow is not 100%, so it's hard to do anything. Not to mention, she is so clumsy and accident prone. On a set of, we're leaving today to go to the doctor because she had a doctor's appointment I had to get her to this morning, and she's at the top of the steps with the crutches because she can do her tiptoes. So she tiptoed, crutches down, tiptoe. At the top of the stairs, all you see is this. She's going, ooh. I'm like, oh my God. My life passed in front of my eyes like twice. It was terrible. Like I'm about to have to catch Joni before she breaks something else and plows me into this shelf right here.
Yeah, God forbid she breaks anything else.
Oh my goodness. But
so you want to know how many mugs I bought?
Yeah.
Yeah, she asked me today. She's like, "What the heck is Jacob doing up there with all those mugs?"
Damn, Star. You had stars before though, so don't lie.
I had less than 1,000 stars when I left.
What? No way.
Yeah, that's what you must have put that picture of Star somewhere because she was talking about that today.
I sent it to her.
Okay.
I asked one of the Starbucks customer service reps that I know that lives here locally that I asked her what's the most she ever saw. She said, about 10,000. And that was when Starbucks came out with that credit card, the points credit card.
So do they expire or they don't expire, do they?
1 year.
1 year. So, but you can buy merchandise or whatever you want to with them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's 400 points for a mug, 200 for a drink.
200 for a regular drink. What do they charge you for your drink? Your craziness.
I was just gonna say I did one of your.
Even with all them shots and all the craziness you put in one.
I did his trick. I ordered one of those drinks with like 9 shots or 8 shots or some shit like that.
Yeah. Plus, if I use my own mug, I get 25 stars back
Right.
because I use my own mug. It's a promo they got going. So if you use your
He gets so many shots in his coffee. If he put like a stir stick up in it, and let go, it just stands.
yep.
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
She said she had only seen 10,000, and Jacob said, "Hold my beer and watch this."
Yeah.
And
yeah.
just think if you'd have got all those from that grocery store that you went to the regular line, where your points would be.
Yeah. So the grocery store, that would have probably been.
So Christine, we hope that goes well for you. Second knee surgery in 2.5 months. Wow.
My mom had to have the same thing, Christine.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there talking to Johnny today. She's like, when we go to the elbow guy was supposed to be today too, and she's like, I don't want to go to the same doctor's office twice to see two doctors. I'm gonna call and make them do it the same day. So they did. She's like, I'm gonna see if they'll go ahead and start working on scheduling my carpal tunnel. I'm like, can you start walking first before they start cutting on something else? Yeah, that was surgery number 18, and I guess carpal tunnel will be surgery number 19. She has got everything. She did not skimp out on missing any of the fun stuff. I had to go in and pick up her medicine day. It's like farmer started laughing. He goes, "Yeah, I forgot who I'm dealing with. I need a bigger bag." Yeah, the pharmacist goes to the same pain management that Joni goes to. And she comes out, she goes, I told Doc that if he decided to retire anytime soon, me and Rick were just going to show up at his house and he was still going to take care of us because we can't be having that kind of negativity. The Phil said out last week. Give here, man. Ooh. Yeah, the pain. Yeah, I can't imagine every step. Knee pain's got to be terrible. Every step you take, that's got to be tough. So as the first, so since you got the first one done, do you have relief in the first knee? Is the replacement knee good? It must be if you're going to do the second one. That's
My mom had to do the same knee twice in 2 months.
Ooh.
Wait, a failed replacement?
Yeah, it had a bend that wasn't supposed to be there.
Oh.
So hopefully everybody's getting ready for Q4. It's coming. If you haven't spent your eBay coupon, don't forget that shipping coupon. Get your free boxes.
Yeah, good idea.
Do not rely on your ability to find cat food boxes and go out in the store. Honey bun boxes and all. It's much cheaper if you order. Just think about this: if you don't use honey bun boxes and you use boxes that you buy, just think of the calories you save by using new boxes instead of having to force eat honey buns and oatmeal cream pies. Josh got.
I mean, I can't make waffles out of honey buns.
You mean somebody should actually buy boxes like those right behind me?
So Josh got his DVDs today. If y'all listen to the podcast.
Oh boy!
I didn't ship them. I just shipped it inside to be funny. You see the padding and double box. I need to make that. I've got that short on my phone. I need to make that short. But using I wanted to take honey bun boxes and tape it all around, but Johnny, they've thrown away all the honey bun boxes. What the hell? Bisquick's a good box. Yeah, liquor store gets you in trouble. By the way, you can move your house in liquor store boxes. You can't ship them though. There was one time I was working for Bojangles when we moved from somewhere, and and everything I packed up in Bojangles boxes with priority tape.
There you go. You get the 4x4 by 4 25 pack for $3 if you use your coupon.
Ring finger surgery. Yeah, Johnny's had 18. If you want to know the surgery, Victor, Ron, Harbor's Hope, how many surgeries you at? 59? 59 or 60? We had a good friend. She passed away. One of my mother's best friends. She passed away. Family friend knew her for years. She had 64 in her life.
Dang.
And she died young. She died, I think she was early 50s. Yeah, Ron will tell you in a minute. It's a high number. I know it's upper 50s. It might be 60. Ron is the bionic man. Don't tell Ron, but we're glad they're good at it because he's a pretty good guy to have around. Ron's a really nice guy. Until you tell him hook 'em horns. He's at 58. Wow. You need to get going, Ron, so you can have one for every year of your life. You only got 10 more to go. You got more zippers in the men's section at Walmart. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. But that's one of the reasons why I'm excited for this weekend. I know it's going to rain, and I'm going to probably have to work a lot Sunday out there. It's a good thing I don't go to the auction this Monday. So I cut the auction down to every other week. So Sunday I plan on using that time to really iron out that building. I told him I'd try to be out Sunday or Monday to switch because I need to be ready for Q4. Folks, it's coming. And the way sales are up and down, up and down, up and down, the only cure that I know of is you got to get more stuff up. You got to have more stuff available. The more stuff you've got available for sale, and I'm not usually a proponent of having huge stores. You know, I'm very, very much a proponent of buying the right items. Oh my God, John, you would have loved it. I started watching a TikTok of a certain fellow been on your channel, and they were asking him about finding stuff in the area and doing this and that. And he didn't give them the normal spiel about, learn your area, figure out what's there, because not every area is the same. He played the card that everything is most areas are the same. You're just not a good enough picker. You need to get out and beat your competition and improve yourself because you're not good enough. I'm like, he's telling these people straight to their face that they suck. I'm like, holy shit.
Holy shit.
Now, in all fairness, though, there are areas
And he gets away with it.
I mean, I get it. There are some people that need to improve their abilities and skills and stuff, but there is a difference in not every. Okay, so Huntsville has terrible yard sales. Not everybody has them as terrible as us. And we're very fortunate just because of the sheer amount of people coming in here, how many young people there are. Remember, Huntsville is the #1 per capita engineer, so the salaries are higher here. And it's overcrowded and traffic sucks, so don't come. But not every area. Dude, so Harlan and I, with 2 green room trips, when we went to Austin, we crushed yard sales in Austin. We filled the van up both times in Austin. So much stuff coming back that one time that Harlan bought that Coke display and all that crazy mess. Same thing in Vegas. We went out to Vegas. I picked Harlan up. He's like, "What are we doing now?" I'm like, "I got yard sales to go to." I picked him up at the airport, and we went immediately to yard sales and started buying stuff. There was stuff there we had to leave behind because we'd have bought them.
Yeah, you guys are funny.
But there are bad things. If you think you're going to come here and be a video game reseller, you're shit out of luck. there are people in this market that if it's video games, they go the day before, they camp out on the lawn at midnight. Tracy, me and Harley used to talk about it right around about. We need to set up make yard sale postings of like a somebody's address and put all the keywords in there, like baseball cards and video games and stuff, and send people to the other side of the county away from the.
Yes, all the way out in Tony.
You're so terrible.
We never did it for the record, so for y'all who thinks we might have done it, we didn't do it. We talked about it.
You did it for the off the record?
We didn't do it. But you gotta adapt to what's in your area. You know, if I had the opportunity to buy some of the stuff John does, I'd be buying some of the same stuff John does. That might be something I do later on, but if I do, I've got 6 or 7 hours to drive one way to pick it up.
Yeah.
So, Larry, I've never picked up a Cutco knife. I've never found a Cutco knife, not once. Texas Valve says overwhelming in that area. But Joanna, there are great deals everywhere. Because I look at you hate to even watch because if Rally Roots puts out a yard sale video, they have just crushed it. How many times you guys see people in that Tampa area down there just pulling all kinds of crazies from yard sales? There's certain pockets of the country that are better. But then I would tell you it's about the outlet. Because Tracy, how many times we got a buddy who eats with us, Joe eats with us every other week, and he lives an hour from here, out in the country, and he gets the wing night every other Tuesday night. I don't know how he drives that car with all that shit in it.
I don't either. It's packed.
You ought to see it when he gets to Van Massey with all that mess. When he opened the side door when he got there this week, first thing fell out and broke on the concrete. And he's like, win some, lose some. So BFE rural Illinois, Joanne, I get that would be a little more difficult. But look, one of my favorite YouTubers, look at Idaho Hillbilly and the stuff that they pull from out there. He's learned rusty gold. Justin, you didn't even tell us this week whether you were coming or not. You've been fired from Link Night.
Yeah.
So check out Justin. Justin, put it.
We got there.
I have to annoy Justin.
Oh. Todd's going to cut somebody up.
Somebody said Cutco.
All right, you have been knighted, Justin. So Justin's got a new channel where if you want to learn some Amazon stuff, he is working hard to put out videos to help people learn Amazon. So if that's something you're interested in, or if you just like Justin, because I'll give him hell, but he's a heck of a nice guy. A very good teacher on YouTube. He's got a second channel he's building up. So put a link to your second channel in there, Justin, so everybody can find it. Because I'm assuming they're probably subscribed to your main account. I'm assuming, Joanna, you said your mom's a glass hoarder. So my brother, he called me the other day. He's like, I just took everything in your mama's garage. I'm like, how come she ain't your mama? You're there. And drug it all out into the driveway. And we're going through all of it. I talked to him at night. He's like, it's been 3 days. Half of it's still in the driveway. I lied. What the hell?
What?
John, I'll go get the receipt. It was $75. It wasn't 80. It was 75.
Yeah. And just do what you put in the chat.
No.
Our chat.
I don't pay attention to John. Oh, he got it for $89?
No, he was showing you. He said it was 164, and then he showed you a picture of something that was $89.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's valuable, but
The 28-inch griddle. I didn't scan the 28-inch griddle. All right, John, you're interrupting.
I think he did it wrong. He needs to go back and double check.
Yeah. So, folks, one of the more important things you can do. So I did lie this week. I have to apologize for lying because they were everybody saw, are they going to Wings or not? I'm like, I'm out. I'm walking around the thrift store on my way to Wings, even though I wasn't out. And Rick's in there. I'm like, Rick, why are you in my thrift store? He goes, you said you weren't coming, so I was going to sit here and find something. And Tracy, that's what he sounds like. Am I right?
Exactly what he sounds like.
And so I lost a $6 food saver because I didn't just say I was going to Wings, and Rick got my food saver. So we were both going to run it to Van Massey. Rick sells at Van Massey too. All right, Mr. Georgia. There you go.
Uh-oh.
Just sold a 6-item bundle on Poshmark. Didn't even have to hit the like button. John said he would guarantee this show too. So thanks, John.
What the hell, man?
No,
And he said he wanted me to.
it's not part of the deal.
Hold on, I got to get all the way up here. He said he wanted me y'all to hear this too.
Smash like. Smash like. Smash like.
All right, there you go.
Whoever that
Have
was
you-
you hired to do that, you need to fire them.
Have you even moved since you did the show? You're sitting in the same spot.
I'm working. I'm waiting for the damn ice machine.
I told them when I started the show, I'm like, I heard enough about that damn bowling ball. I had to go live and talk to somebody else.
Hey, look, hey, speaking
What happened with it?
He bought a bowling ball. And then he watched somebody who learned how to ship it. Like you can put it in a box, Tom. Come
I
on.
was going to say, what the hell? 10 by 10 by 10.
I don't think people realize, Chris, how expensive bowling balls are, especially any of those that have got a name like that on them.
Yeah,
The
what's
super-
realizing it all.
What kind of
I
ball
had
is it?
no idea that they was worth what they worth. I had no idea at all.
So, John, what kind is it?
Bowling.
What kind of ball is it?
Slingshot.
Slingshot. What brand?
The Brunswick brand, the slingshot. Brunswick slingshot. Here, hold on a minute.
Scott, do you have an
Wow,
adapter?
those bowling balls squeak its way back in.
So
Got the round.
there's the Brunswick
I can
thing
test it with USB.
and those numbers, and then it's got
Oh, look.
right
Is it
there.
drilled or not?
Okay.
Is it drilled?
Let's say, yeah, it's drilled. It's got holes in it. Yeah.
Yeah, that kills the value. But Brunswick, they used to make balls a lot, but now they branched out to different companies. It's not really a big name for equipment anymore as much as it used to be.
Just saying they have no
So
balls.
is this a dud?
Storm,
So is it a dud?
it's not a dud, but it may not have a lot of demand. And anytime you're dealing with balls that are drilled, it loses like half its value automatically.
Oh yeah.
I would imagine.
You want drilled
want
balls?
drilled
You want to go and pay to get them plugged and then re-drilled.
I mean, I got a couple of bucks in it. You know, I don't think I'm gonna lose money on it.
No, if only you only have a couple bucks, but it may take a little while. How heavy is it?
It's probably about 12 pounds, maybe a little heavier than that.
But do you know the exact? Because that's another thing. You need to know the exact.
Oh, wait
weight.
a minute. Hold on. I'll tell you exactly how much weighs.
Whoa.
This man can't even say
me. I'll throw a 15. I won't throw a 16 or a 14 though.
he can't even say pasture. He calls them pastures.
Yeah, my balls aren't drilled either.
I'm like, who is he talking about the pasture? So yeah.
Getting mine drilled a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
So Chris and Brad do a show on Thursday nights if y'all are bored, and
I'll get mine stretched.
What time does it come on? Y'all do it 6 p.m. Eastern?
7.
Yeah.
7 Eastern. All right. I'm an hour behind. I can't do math.
Be right back.
Yeah.
This is how a Georgia fan weighs a bowling ball. Watch this.
13 pounds, 1 ounce.
What?
13-pound ball.
Yeah, he's 100% correct, Chris. On a bowling ball, the weight matters. So you need to tell him what 13. That's a 13-pound ball.
Yep.
Right.
With a bonus ounce.
So it was a 13-pound ball.
13?
Yeah.
Okay. The most common is 15.
It's got the holes. I can't even put my fingers in the holes. They're small, so maybe that's a kid's ball, teenager ball, maybe.
Female.
It's probably a women's ball.
Women's.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We don't discriminate around here. Women got balls. We don't discriminate.
We just don't ask them how they identify them.
We don't.
Yeah, generally, most male bowlers will throw something 14, 15, or 16. Women will throw like 12, 13, sometimes 14.
Hey, so Corey Corey is in the chat. Corey, you're the only reason why I stayed up there as long as I did, because you had to put some sanity with that threesome you were hanging out with tonight.
Yeah, he's got the sandy part.
But very interesting. So if you're not following Graham's and Pop's Business, check them out, because y'all wouldn't let him talk enough. Very interesting, because I think he lives in North Dakota. Is that correct? You know, the sourcing dries up fast. Oh, is he in South Dakota?
Yeah.
One of them Dakotas where a lot of snow. And so how do you plan on and how do you source and sell through the winter to get you through whenever your opportunities? I mean, I've watched videos of what's his name out there running a snowblower in his driveway. There was some good videos. As it was like 60 degrees in the winter in Alabama, watching I can't think of his name. He's in North Dakota or Minnesota, snow blowing his driveway. Insane.
Mr. Sadie, isn't that duck pin bowling you're talking about? Little ball.
But just talking about how they switched to parting out, they switched to marketplace, they switched to, completely changed their business model as they go through certain times of the year, because that's what's available to them. It's you don't accept excuses. You don't, you figure out a way. You figure out a way to make it work. You take advantage of what's in your area and the opportunities you have, and you get about reselling. So he said that's our topic on next Wednesday. Very nice. It's a good one, man. It'll be very interesting. I hope my For You page throws it up there so I see it.
We've got ice. It works.
It does work nice.
Look at that. You make a cocktail now.
Scott, y'all got any of this weather yet, or are you still on the outskirts?
It's supposed to kind of curve around the top through Chattanooga and not hit us much.
Yeah, it's been bad over here all day.
I think Brad will get a little more rain than we do because he's about 45 miles that way. But it's just, and I mean, we've got rain. We're supposed to get rain, but nothing.
They're calling for between 3 a.m. and 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. They're calling for 70-mile-an-hour winds and a lot of rain. Lots of rain. Where's that at?
You got to pull the plug, man. Drain that shit.
Right? Yeah, that's Virginia.
It's clogged.
Virginia, yeah. And this, let's see, this edge over here is the elementary school. These are townhouses that I manage.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
What's up, Chris?
Did he test the bowling ball? No, he hadn't tested it.
Yeah, you should test it. Make sure it works.
I gotta test the bowling ball.
He said he needed girly hands to test it. The holes are small.
Just gotta roll it, right?
Is it round?
Is it round? Yeah.
Roll.
If you don't have any cracks in it, then it's good.
No, I don't have any cracks in it.
Then good.
But they asked the person I was watching last night, so what do you do with the items that sell slower? I don't buy things that sell slow. I only buy things that are in demand. I'm like, I get it, but if you stick to a model that's only items that you think are in demand, you know, some of the slower sellers are the home run hitters because it's got heavier value and they don't sell as fast because the market for that item, there's not as many buyers for it. You know, some items it's okay to wait for the right buyer. And I've always believed that 80% normal selling and 20% heavy hitters has always been what I've looked for. But I could be just maybe it's because I'm old and the younger generation is going to teach us how to resell. Is that what's going to happen? All of our experience is out the window.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or at least they're going to get on a computer and act like they're going to tell you and act like it.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I've been listening to all the old guys when I'm doing it. So. I mean, I feel like if you've been doing it this long, you know what you're doing. You know what I mean?
But the one thing I can tell you is it's going to change. Whatever reselling is today is not going to be reselling because I've been doing this full time for 11 years now. And there's always been something to complain about. Do you solve problems? Do you work your way through it? Do you figure it out? Do you keep an attitude and really make a plan, or do you play victim and oh pitiful me and never do anything? A full projector on a whiteboard? Holy hell, we need that.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, can you come on here with your projector and whiteboard and diagram one of her speeches?
Yeah.
Oh God, I may have to be
come out her policy and her speeches about, you know, times are tough right now, but you know, all my friends and family really got nice yards and they're hardworking people. And you know,
she grew up middle class.
Work if things are tough. I grew up middle class. Anybody watch Candace Owens?
Yeah.
Y'all know what she's doing right now? Kamala, whatever her name is, wrote a book in 2019 and published it. And in the picture section, there's a picture of her when she went down in 2018 to Jamaica. There's a picture with Grandma Birdie. Everybody goes, oh, that's so sweet. She's with Grandma Birdie. It must be where she got her dark color from. That must be the black side of her family. There's only one problem.
Yeah.
Nobody checked to see that Grandma Birdie died in 1960, 4 years before that dumbass was born. That's a lying bitch. Died 4 years before she was born. Who was she lying to show you a picture? Candace said, Janet Jackson said she ain't black, and Candace can't find black in her family.
Who said she wasn't black?
Several times in
You're being played. Uh-oh. Hey, can I get a shout out to the big girls? Shout out to the big girls. I just need 8 of those to pay for the storage unit every month. Raised in a middle class family. Larry, that's a good one. Oh, you're saving that for election night coverage. I got you. That'll be awesome. Projector, whiteboard. We'll have to go live for that.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody, just don't lie. Tell the truth. If you did it, you did it. We're forgiving people. The United States, the American public is generally a forgiving people. You make a mistake, if you own up to it and sincerely said about, I mean, within reason, you kill somebody, we ain't got nothing for you. But you know, generally,
like Steve Martin and Pofo.
But you make genuine mistakes. We're forgiving folks.
Hey, so what do you think's going to happen to P. Diddy?
They set him up to check out.
He will be not of this world for very much longer.
I'm surprised he's still with us.
Yep, you're absolutely right.
He will
100%.
not commit suicide.
He will be out with everything.
Right,
They'll say it was suicide.
Just like the other one didn't kill himself, right?
Yeah. Who's that? Was that Jeffrey Epstein?
Epstein, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't kill himself. That just all that magic.
When someone has too much proof, live videos and whatever else, they'll be gone.
Hey, have you seen the new thing that's out? Well, it ain't really new. It's been out about a month ago. Now they have a whistleblower that has said that the
could be dead, so whoever it is.
Obama administration and the Clinton administration was behind the killing of the SEAL Team 6.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've been saying that all along. And that Osama bin Laden dude is not dead. There ain't no way. He's not dead. They killed them boys to keep that coming out.
They conveniently put him in the ocean, though, didn't they?
They said they did. I mean, you gonna give him a naval military burial? Come on, man. I don't believe that.
Your history is wrong, folks. Telling you, start looking into your history. The history you've been told is wrong.
Speaking of that, did I send you that postcard? I did send you that postcard, didn't I? Of like even my own local town, the post office. There's, you look at postcards of what your town might have looked like in the early 1900s, and it's like, wait, we had those old world buildings in early 1900s, and they don't exist today. Why?
Now, explain to me how the Mormons struggled to get out to where they were. They were oppressed, and they were all the way out there. But once they get out there, they immediately have that huge, beautiful cathedral. Where'd that come from? How'd they build that? It's Salt Lake City. You'll look at if you've never seen it. That cathedral is absolutely amazing. You tell me that they drug out there on horse and wagons and everything else, and they built that? Is that the one? That's the one in your neighborhood, yeah. I mean, you're.
Yeah. Now we have this dumb little square little post office that's 1 story tall, and I don't know, it's 100 by 100 or something like that, made out of brick. Your standard average brick building. Where did this one disappear to?
Dumb old post office.
Dude, so my last trip when I went up through Tennessee into Arkansas, and I kind of curved around into Missouri, I went into this little bitty town because they had they had a dispensary. I went into Missouri to go to the dispensary before I drove back into Missouri a second time, and their post office. This town was no bigger than my building, and their post office took up an entire city block. I'm like,
well, I would venture to guess this property, wherever it was, had to have taken a city block by as big as it was.
How does a town that's got maybe 700-800 people, maybe 1,000 people, have a post office that's a city block big? So Corey said, if I had 9 wives, I'd work over. I'm not in it for that. I can't control 1 wife. My nerves are shot dealing with 1. I'm not in for 9.
Yeah.
I would fake my death and go live on an island somewhere. What happened to that guy Beard? I don't even like the beach, and I'll be at an island somewhere.
Might have to do that after November anyway.
We're damned if we do either way. It don't matter which way it goes. Either they're going to crash it to prevent the next one coming in, or they're going to crash it because they're just so stupid of the one that's going to be there? Take your pick.
Well, here's my thing. The way things are shaping up in the other parts of the country, the world, I feel like regardless of who goes in, we'll be in a World War III. I feel that way. I think it's too late for Trump to stop it. You know, I could be wrong.
So, Jake, have you ever looked at?
You won't stop it, but you might delay it. Go ahead.
Yeah, have you looked in the Project Looking Glass?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's for the people who have seen that and they still use that, say that exact same thing, that we get to the same point no matter which way. It's just one is a faster way to the same endpoint.
Right.
So I can't believe I'm agreeing with Chris. Damn.
So what you think's going to happen Saturday then? We'll go ahead and get that out of the way.
I don't know, man.
Do you think it's going to be a blowout or a close one or what?
It ain't going to be a blowout. I think it's going to be a slug. I think it's going to be higher score than we think. Because
you think it's going to be high score?
Our back end is not been tested, and your quarterback's good enough to hit throws on us. And I know one thing about your defense. After they've been hit a couple of times, they can't stop the run from nobody, and we're going to run the ball down your throat.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. If they play Alabama, if they play y'all like they played against Kentucky, it's you know.
But the same thing, if we play like we played USF, y'all kill us.
Well, I don't know because the fourth quarter. Now, wait a minute. Now, granted, y'all 3 quarters do not look good for Alabama, but that fourth quarter, I mean, they look like Nick Saban team. You know what I mean?
That's the only savior with us is if you blink, we'll be in the end zone.
But I think also, with that said, they didn't have come fourth quarter. They didn't have the depth chart to keep fresh people in there to keep y'all from, you know what I mean, from running all over you. I mean,
our offensive line down 2 starters, and they knew they could have played, but they held them out.
Yeah,
because you saw what happened. The one right tackle's went to coach and said, "Put me in, coach." In the fourth quarter, he played 7 plays. We scored 3 touchdowns in 7 plays.
Yeah.
Once he showed up the right side of the line,
it's going to be interesting to see.
Hey, I got plenty of moderators. Georgia, I got plenty of moderators. That Go Georgia mess is terrible. No cussing in my chat.
I heard that somebody told me a couple weeks ago, they was talking, they said that they think Georgia's got a good shot of beating Texas. I don't know about that, man. I almost feel like Texas has got it going on this year.
Don't tell Phil that.
So, Georgia, how many people stole your coach? Georgia stole your coach and Bama stole your coach. Nice.
Oh.
You got a schizophrenic coach or something? No, it's...
What coach did Georgia steal from Washington?
None that I'm aware of. Hey, he wanted to come to the big time. He's here. But yeah, y'all got a problem. If we beat y'all again, y'all got a problem. Y'all got a serious psychological problem to deal with. If y'all lose again to Alabama.
Yeah, and that's no longer about Nick Saban. It's a psychological. I agree with that.
I think both teams are playoff teams, so I don't think what happens here. It's a good game and it's good to talk about. And it's a lot of fun to rib each other. I don't think neither team does any damage to themselves. Unless one of them just goes out and gets beat by 50, which I don't see that happening. The defenses are too good to get beat by 50. Right. Coaches are way too. Because I love DeBoer and I like his record, but I still think until he proves himself again, I think Kirby is the best coach in college football.
I don't think So I just don't think that there's a coach out there. And I'm not saying this because I'm a Georgia fan, but I'm being truthful and honest and trying to be neutral, judgmental on this, and neutrally judging it. I don't think there's a coach out there other than Kirby that can fill Nick Saban's shoes. And if anybody watches Game Day, Nick Saban has said every week when it's time to pick Georgia, he says, "I got to go with Georgia until you can prove you can beat them." I mean, he said.
There's only one problem: is you got a mad scientist, and I've said it for a couple of years. If you ever give that man offensive lines and defensive lines that look like they belong in the SEC, he's going to be a nightmare. You can talk about Texas, you can talk about all this stuff. Somebody's going to have to deal with Ole Miss.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Tracy. Somebody's going to have to deal with. Lane's got a serious. He's got a quarterback that's been in the system for the third year, and he is. He draws. Sarkisian is good on offense. Lane is a savant with offense, and now he's got a defensive line that looks like it belongs. Ole Miss, they're not getting a lot of. They're kind of sneaking up on people. They're scheduled. Who do y'all play this? Y'all don't play. We don't play y'all this year.
Nope, we don't play y'all or Auburn this year.
Y'all play Georgia and Texas though.
We play Georgia and Oklahoma. I know that. I'm not sure about Texas.
Right back there. The only big teams that gets to play Texas is Georgia and Tennessee.
And somebody's got to deal with Tennessee.
Yeah,
Texas. Have you seen the leaked audio that came out from this week from that game against Oklahoma? They got a microphone on Coach talking to his quarterback. He said, "We're pulling back the reins, and we don't need all this offense on this game." and they turned it off in the second half on Oklahoma. I'm telling you, Tennessee. There's some big team. There's 5 teams in Texas, Ole Miss, Alabama, Georgia, and Tennessee. Any of them can win the SEC.
Well, Missouri can do Missouri
and the national championship.
They're all good enough to win the SEC and the national championship. It's just a matter of.
Hey, look at Missouri. Missouri's a pretty good sleeper there too. Now,
their offense has just not been. It's like they're missing something. They're good. They're well coached and they've got good players.
I just think that like you're talking about with Texas though. Texas, they got Tennessee and Georgia this year. Who else they got to play? They got to play Oklahoma. Oklahoma's unproved that they're nothing.
They got to play Missouri. Texas and Missouri play.
They got to play Missouri?
Yes.
Now, that might be a test for them, too, because they'll probably take Missouri pretty lightly.
Ron wants y'all to tell y'all that they have to play A&M. Don't laugh.
Who has to play A&M?
Texas has to play it. Texas has to play Texas A&M. Ron, I think y'all are a year off, man. Y'all are going to be held to deal with next year, but I think y'all are a year off.
We got Kentucky this weekend.
I don't know to see how y'all deal with Kentucky as Georgia dealt with Kentucky. If Lane goes in there and just blows them out? Because Lane is not one of them coaches who cares if you see what he's going to run offense. He doesn't hide offense. He likes to show and let it. I'm a big Lane Kiffin fan.
It is in Oxford. That is one positive for us.
So, I mean, what do you think? You think Kentucky's slip on South Carolina because of the upcoming Georgia game, because they were being prepared for that, and they just slept on South Carolina? You think that's what happened? Because I just blew my mind that Kentucky game. I honestly thought Georgia was going to lose. I told my wife that Georgia was going to lose. Florida University. Oh my gosh.
No, that's not what he said.
Oh.
Ron, you just don't like your team.
But it's the most fun time of the year. I love college football. It's I think John was in trouble and had to go deal with the shipping department.
No, actually, I had to switch to my iPad. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
It's my favorite time of the year. Seasons change. excitement in the air. Fourth quarter's coming. College football's in. There are pro games I can watch if I want to.
Is Dallas still winning tonight?
Barely. 19-12.
Hey Scott, was you still in the chat when they was talking about that? We need to shave our beards on this game.
Yeah, I didn't go nowhere. I was listening to that crazy mess. Notice how that was none of them got anything to do with it.
Right.
Is that a shower shitter? Are there any shower shitters in the garage?
What?
You wiping down shower shitters or what?
No, they're not in the garage.
Oh,
No shower shitters, John, out there.
Who wants one?
Yeah. Chris, Goose, you're right though, man. These states that don't have pro teams, college football. I mean, look at Mississippi, Alabama, Louisiana's got a pro team, but they've only got one major. But LSU being a dominant in the state, they don't have LSU. That's why LSU is so strong down there, because they don't have an Auburn or a Mississippi State. What in the hell happened to Mississippi State, Trace?
Damn fine though.
It's absolutely insane how bad they are.
They are, to me, they are still rebounding from their coach passing away, and then they hired a guy in like 30 minutes to try to do something, and they just have never recovered from that.
That's probably why I love Mike Leach. I love the pirate personality. Just a great asset to college. That's probably why I like Lane Kiffin so much, because he's just that gambler, that same. You just never know what's going to happen with him.
My only problem with Kiffin is I wish he'd quit going for damn fourth downs on a 20-yard line of our 20-yard line.
I think he goes to South Dakota. You got to go to the Cornhuskers. Yeah, they were disappointing this past weekend. I was shocked that last Friday night at Nebraska lost to Illinois. But I actually passed on a TV trace. Did you make it out to Whit Haven?
No.
I had
in Gunnersville.
He had I think it was a 60-inch or a 65-inch. It was a 1080 TV. It was a few years old. He probably would have taken $60 for it. I started to put it out here, but what brand was it? It's not an LG, but it's one you don't see a lot. Not as sharp, but something. So Phil said, Corey, you should be an Alabama fan, because our coach was from South Dakota. He won Division III championships in South Dakota. Come on now, you got to be with me. Mississippi State, then Abide, then OU, Georgia, Vandy, Florida, Arkansas, Kentucky, A&M. Phil,
They get past Georgia, they got a pretty good shot.
They get past Georgia, it's over. They don't. Nobody gets them.
If who gets past Georgia?
If Texas gets past Georgia, that's their really only test.
Yeah.
A&M, I give Ron a lot of a hard time, but that's the first time that Ron. How long has it been since Texas and A&M have played? It's been a few years. Have they played since A&M came to the SEC?
I don't think so.
I don't think Texas has played. They played every year in the Big 12. I don't think they've played since A&M left. Oh, half the audience just left. They're like, they're not talking reselling. We hate college football.
What, huh?
Yeah, huh? Yeah.
Man, the last time Trump was at the Alabama-Georgia game, we lost. Trump needs to go somewhere.
Hey, somebody told me yesterday he was going to be there. Is that true?
It's true.
That's true.
It's true. He'll be there.
Nice.
He was there for that championship game we lost, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
They told everybody that's coming, you better get there early because security's going to be a biatch.
Josh, it's Tuesday.
Yep, all day.
Tuesday.
It took 2 extra hours to get everybody through security on Saturday just because Vance was there.
So Ron said it's been 18 years since A&M and Texas. I'm telling you right now, that's one of them crazy rivalries. It's up there with Alabama, Auburn, Michigan, Ohio State, all these big rivalries. Texas, just because it hasn't been around for a while, Texas A&M is one of them crazy rivalries. Anything can happen. Hell, look at last year. We had to have a miracle just to beat Auburn, and they suck. You heard Trump security's lax, yeah.
It was. I don't think it's going to be for this one.
It was pretty funny when so it was a Tucker Vance, the Tucker Carlson live event, one of those events where he was interviewing Vance, and it was supposed to start at 7, didn't start till 9 because they couldn't get everybody in. And one of the first things he said was, "I apologize that our security is ran by our opposition. This is what happened."
Oh Lord!
And they literally had TSA checking everybody's stuff and Secret Service running the metal detectors.
Well, you probably won't have to worry about it. Secret Service is lacking. They probably won't care. They just trying to get that man killed. They got reports. Look, the current administration that's running this country knows and has evidence and reports that the Iranians are trying to assassinate Trump.
They're just saying that because they want to start World War III through Iran. That's why they're saying that.
Yeah, but so they won't do anything about it. So really, it's kind of a toss up. Is Iranian real behind it, or are they just blaming Iran? You know, I mean, so
who's Iranian?
I know. Who are these guys you speak of?
Hey, Corey, see what I mean by earlier? Who's Iranian?
You know what I meant. I mean, is Iran really behind it, or is the other side blaming Iran? You know, I mean, you really just don't know.
I think they're blaming Iran because that's why they're putting boots on the ground in Israel. They want to start. The one way to keep Trump out is to start World War III. Well, they think they can, but
how do you think? How does that keep him out?
Put off the election because we're at war.
I
don't know that somebody smarter than me would have to talk about. If you looked into the constitutionality of that, Jacob, can they legally put off the election?
Legally, yes, but it's never been done.
You're right.
Because we even in World War II we had elections. Even in 1944 they had elections.
Yeah.
But if they have World War III, couldn't they claim, what is it? What is when they put the whole country in a lockdown? Under
martial law.
Martial law. Now, if you have martial law, there's no election. Is that correct?
That's basically the clause they would have to use.
There you go, Chris. Right there, the Iranian pastor.
I
didn't even come up with that.
I like great knowledge. See what kind of great knowledge you come out of my show with, man.
But I don't. We can only control what we can control, and I just want to know how is this going to affect my business? You know, are we got because you got to think the powers that be want to get rid of small business. So I had this theory, Josh. Tell me what you think about this theory. Josh Galt's with us, the legendary Canadian himself. Give me your theory on this. Because the number one shareholder and the number two shareholder are the large BlackRock and those companies, and they are behind a lot of the push to crush small business through the pandemic and everything. If you look at how many small businesses in this country, and eBay is full of small businesses, it's to their advantage and to their benefit to crush more small businesses by deliberately making eBay go up and down and making us quit. How about that theory? It's as believable as anything else. Next up, we talk flat Earth.
Which Earth?
Yeah, which one?
And the ice wall.
Which ice wall? How many?
Yeah.
So Josh says he thinks they're run by HR ladies. I that's my first guess. But yes. I truly do think that, Josh. I really do think a lot of the problems with eBay is the fact that you've got a bunch of people that run the platform that have no idea how to sell on e-commerce. And they don't understand. They don't understand customer service. They don't understand their role as eBay in the midst and what they're supposed to be doing. That they are the facilitator. They're not the ruler. They're not. No, their job is to create the platform and get exposure for a platform. It's not to lean one way or the other. They're really not the police.
Nope.
And they're trying to be more like Amazon, but Amazon, they treat it as their customer. And on eBay, the customer,
No, it is not.
we are eBay's customer, and my customer is my customer, not eBay's customer.
Amazon, it's not treat, it's their customer, and we are lucky to be able to sell to that customer.
You are 100% correct. That's exactly the way I look at it. 100%.
We've been gifted this opportunity for whatever interval they will allow us.
Right.
Sell to
Us
customers.
peasants.
Yep, peons, if you will. Yeah, right.
Hey, I got a question for I think John again.
So Phil said he watched 5 minutes of eBay Open. Those speakers didn't look company nose brand. And so who was it telling us that the way they answer questions was they answer questions like they were in the Matrix, just like an interviewer, like Kamala dodging a question.
That was Corey talking about that.
They say, huh?
That was Corey. That was Corey talking about it on the show. Yeah.
Nobody should ever go to eBay Open expecting an answer to any question.
Oh no,
they don't have the answer. They truly don't have an answer.
Right.
Yeah, corner a few of them and then throw a bunch of stuff at them they can't handle and watch them.
No, they'll say, great question, great question. But I'll get back to you on that.
Interesting. Wow, we'll have to look into that. Look
I'm
into
still
it.
waiting for
They'll
my
give you
answer.
They'll give you the Kamala.
It's been years.
That's a great question. We've got sellers, really nice sellers. They have nice lawns, and they're hardworking people. Sometimes they have strife in their lives, and that everybody's having to deal with the prices that are going up, and it's really hard to make a living right now. But they work really hard on their lawns. Okay, who's next?
Who's next? Yeah.
Can we talk about this on Friday?
Whoa, what is that?
That would be the flat Earth ice wall.
Yeah, there it is.
Where does that hang? On the wall? That's the wall of the United Nations. Folks, they put this shit right in front of it.
How do you
Y'all
get
call me crazy, and they put this shit in your face, and y'all call me crazy.
Hey, Scott, I want to ask John a question real quick.
How do you get through it?
I sent John a video where one of the guys I was listening to talks about the Earth does not move through space because
It wasn't a guy.
the Almighty Creator put it on a foundation.
It wasn't a guy. It was a lady.
It wasn't.
Hey, John.
Yeah, what it could have. Don't misgender them. It could have been a whatever.
You could have been a whatever.
Whatever.
Hey, John, wasn't it?
I identify you. Whatever. Sucker.
It could have been.
Hey, John, was it you that knew something about bowling balls?
Yep.
All right, so the number
Yeah.
that's on it, that's under the USB-C, like mine's like a EE number. What does that number mean?
That's just a serial number. So if you throw a 300, they can keep track of that's the ball you use.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. So I got a picture on eBay, a listing of this ball, but it has a completely different serial number, but it's a slingshot and everything else, but it doesn't weigh the same, but it says Mexico Brunswick. It's a 2012 slingshot
Yeah, that's
reactive bowling ball. Is that what I got?
It's a factory that they have a factory in Mexico, and it just every ball is gonna have a different serial number. So let's say that they find, because when you go to nationals, they go in and they weigh the ball, they check the ball, make sure it's legal, and if you have a legal ball, they're gonna mark that down. So if you throw an honor score with it at some point, they might question it, but I've never heard anyone have an issue with that. It's just a serial number. It just every ball has a different serial number.
But when I list it, would I put Mexican Brunswick 2012 on it?
No. The best place to find information on that is to go to ballreviews.com and find Brunswick and then look in the alphabetical list for that model, and it'll give you a stock photo. I wouldn't say use the stock photo, but it'll give you some information about the ball, because every ball has different characteristics, how far it goes down the lane before it makes its move through the oil. Some are meant to hook a lot and some aren't. So you could take that information and paste that into your item description, and it means something to somebody. So whoever's looking for that ball might think, okay, that's the kind of ball I need, based on the information you put in.
So how much is this ball worth? Let's get down to the meat and
If
potatoes.
I had to guess, it's only about you're probably not going to make more than 20 or 30 bucks off of it in that condition.
Well,
that's two demerits. We've talked way too much for $20, $30 value.
Well, it says that one sold for there's one listed for $125 and two is sold for $56. So that's what I was just trying to figure out what I needed.
Is that 56 free shipping?
No. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Wait a minute.
Hold up.
You said free shipping?
Yeah.
13 pounds.
Crap.
12 by 12.
So one's probably undrilled. The other one for 56 is probably drilled, and you're probably looking at about $15 to $20 in shipping ground advantage. So you're not going to make more than 30, 40 bucks off of it, I don't think.
So you want to show you how to wreck a show? Megan Fox is a dude. Check that one out.
Check that one out. Here we go.
If
all of y'all that fell in love with her in Transformers, y'all are all
well, you've seen the Taylor Swift doppelganger, right?
Yeah, she was creative, folks.
Thanks for reminding me, bro.
That's a psyop they've been running on y'all. She is the other side of Q. Q is the psyop for the right. Taylor Swift is the psyop for the other. There you go. Next. That's why I should turn my phone off at like 8 o'clock at night. No, Megan Fox, go. And yeah, don't go down the rabbit hole that is. I watched a guy who was doing all the Diddy connections. Yeah. That was the most insane video.
You mean like the New York mayor that's resigning, and all of those politicians in New York City, and you mean them?
And like Diddy had Tupac killed, and they were lovers before. That kind of dude. Oh yeah, that's a good one.
No,
go down that rabbit hole.
They did a Suge Knight interview from in prison, and he had a lot of interesting stuff to say about it.
Oh, the bodyguard guy. Is that what you're talking about?
No, Suge Knight. He was the big record producer for Death Row Records.
Yeah, he's
and he ran over some guy in Compton in his car. He's doing time in prison. So he called into who's the guy from CNN that left? That's the brother of the governor.
Cuomo.
Cuomo.
He did an interview with Cuomo, and he's implicating like all these big time record executives in this whole thing.
Well, if you listen to Justin Bieber's Diddy Party song, I mean, now that
that's not a real song though.
That's
Right?
not a
Yeah.
real song.
Sure, I mean you get
That's AI though. That's not a real song.
yeah, okay.
Because I was
Fucking,
like,
it's fucking AI, man.
Part of it.
Someone did that song as AI.
It's
Believe me, if he's telling all in a song, he ain't gonna be making it very long. They're gonna get his ass.
Well, what? Okay, then if you don't think that's something to it, then watch Justin Bieber's music video, "Baby." Watch the music video on Vivo.
Yeah.
It's now gonna be a requirement
Yeah,
every time I go off. Every time I go off the deacon, Jacob's got to be on the show with me.
If you look at the comments of the Diddy Party AI song that's on TikTok, there's people saying that it's a shame this is AI and it's not real.
Yeah, there's plenty on it. Yeah, there's plenty of
it's
AI.
not real. It's not on any album or anything. It's not real.
Deep hit.
That was so
Early in the
weird.
year, people were thinking that Cat Williams was crazy.
Cat Williams is a genius. You start listening to that dude.
Yeah.
That's why he got shunned for quite a while because he wouldn't shut up.
He was smoking marijuana and getting arrested every other
Hey
day.
Larry, I didn't. Jacob sends me more stuff than I sent him. Y'all got to realize. So here's what the apple didn't fall far from a tree because whenever the one thing Jacob told me, he says, when the FBI showed up at my parents' house and my dad is a big conspiracy guy and was probably going nuts, I'm like, Jacob, come about that honest.
Yep.
My first thought, I'm like, make a note of that somewhere.
Yep. He was flipping out.
Yeah, that'd have been good to have on camera. That would have been a good one. So there, Larry. Haha. I'm sure YouTube is checking this live. I'm sure I'm already demonetized.
Yeah, this isn't even like real live. It's
Yeah. Let's see if I'm limited yet. Oh no, I'm not limited yet. Let's go.
Let's go. Keep it going. All right.
Larry, just come on and join the show.
We haven't done anything crazy enough yet.
Come on.
We haven't said any other trigger words. The Amish conspirator.
Hey, tonight on our show we got booted off Facebook
What?
during the show.
What? Nothing really was said. I don't know why. What
Over
was
a bowling ball?
Well, no, Scott knows what was. I think he was in there when he was talking about the other shows. When what's his name come on our show last week? Were you in there?
Yeah.
Cat. Yeah. Okay. So you know what he's talking about. So yeah.
Also,
Right
you think just mentioning that was enough to get it kicked off?
I don't know, but right after that, it booted it out. Sure did. Booted it right out.
Those fuckers.
I haven't been on there to check and see if I've been banned or whatever, but I just know they kicked the video off.
Motherfuckers, man.
What happened to freedom of speech?
When this channel disappears,
Twitter.
Y'all come find me on Rumble when this one disappears. Still there.
Back to the Rumble.
I'll be over there. Feel crazy as hell. That's what you got to do.
Oh, are you Air Force One on that when I was driving through Maryland or New Jersey?
Have
They
you
flew
seen the Have you
right
seen
over.
Have you seen the picture that's been going around? I don't know if it's real or not. Of the Secret Service standing behind the VP, and he's wearing a Marshall's pin. Interesting.
Who is wearing a Marshall's pin?
Supposedly, the Secret Service agent who was standing behind Kamala was wearing a Marshall pin. A lot of people are trying to make a big deal about it that she's in custody, but
No.
but I believe the marshals can. I think they can deputize anyone, so they could deputize Secret Service if they wanted to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Marshals can serve any law enforcement position. I think any deputized position. I believe.
No, Jacob does not ride in a horse and buggy.
I can. I started when I was 10 years old. I could take that horse out on the road at 10 years old by myself.
So there's no age limit then?
No, there's no age limit. No, there's no age restriction on driving a horse or riding a horse in public on the road.
Hey Todd,
Don't
Roman
drive a horse public intoxicated on the road.
Roman figured you out, Todd. You're quiet because you're not giving away any reselling secrets.
What was that, Tracy?
I said, just don't ride or drive the horse on the road drunk as a 10-year-old.
True. Because then they'd get you for driving in public and underage drinking.
All right, everybody, we got to be good. Doug and Rower here. We got to toe the party line. Yeah, that's not going to happen. But it's very. I think it's very. As much as the craziness is going on in the world, it's going to be the way that business handles. I mean, what's the big thing today? Is the Coke can conspiracy. Have you seen all that stuff? So you can go online and put a saying on a Coke can, and for like $7.95 a can, or come with one of their machines in their stores. It says there's no celebrity names, no religious, and no something else. But you can put on there Satan loves you, Buddha loves you, Allah loves you. You type Jesus, not allowed. And yeah, a lot of the Christian writers like we need to boycott Coke next. And Coke has now fixed it where they've banned it all. They've made it where none of those can be used now. But
Yeah.
it was at first it was only Jesus.
Oh.
Rules apply to thee, not me.
Doug, I'm glad we're entertaining. We try to be entertaining. We're trying not to take ourselves too damn serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about all the conspiracy theories I've seen this week. It's been when you see so much crazy. Yeah, there was something that was supposed to be. They were saying, the next latest date was the 23rd lines up with this and that and this and that. I'm like, yeah, right. The 23rd is gonna pass on by. Ain't shit gonna happen.
All right, Scott, I gotta take off, brother.
I know.
I would wish you luck on your game Saturday, but we won't do that. But I hope we have a good game, though. I do hope we win. But
I wonder how long till he figures it out.
appreciate you having me on, man. Exactly. Hey, but yeah, I appreciate you having me on, man. Y'all have a good night, and we'll see you next time.
Anytime, Chris. We'll talk to you later, buddy.
Yeah. Good night, guys.
Tell the pasture hello for us.
Yeah, I will do that. The Iranian one.
Iranian pasture. I'm telling
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. All right. So, are you checking it with Candace and the white grandma? Yeah, that's in it. Candace has got like in full segments of like 3 straight shows. She goes through it. They've been investigating like crazy.
Oh yeah, she's not going to let this bone go. and especially not with the Janet Jackson thing. Oh, and by the way, when Michael Jackson was being prosecuted for the accusations of pedophilia, Trump made a a statement of defense for Michael Jackson, and Kamala weighed in as a prosecutor, not on the case. She wasn't on the case, but weighed in on it in one of the CNN videos, and somebody brought it up.
Hey, Jenna.
Hey.
Hey, Jenna.
I think Jenna's high.
Jenna just got better looking all of a sudden.
Why is Jenna working so late?
Huh?
What?
It's only 8 o'clock out there, Jay.
She's watching Dateline. She's not working.
She ain't working.
Yeah.
Not working.
She's watching
Not
True
working? Okay,
Crime.
good. Okay, just making sure. I'm just defending you, okay?
I'm watching my YouTube shows.
Whoa.
You know,
What? Watching your story?
Candace Owens.
You know all about Grandma then.
Oh yeah.
All about Grandma
Grandma
Burrow,
Burrow. That's not really her grandma.
who died in
Can't be
1960.
your grandma.
Yes. Yeah. She's a liar.
Liar.
Damn liars.
Correct.
All right, Underground Gaming. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Why put something in the book when do you think we're that stupid?
Well, they think.
Oh,
we're
because
stupid
most
with
of America
everything.
is that stupid. That's why.
Well, because you can't hear on the
Right there.
No, you can't hear.
No.
All right, Underground Gaming. There you go. Dave's about to. Is this a championship level or just a basic?
I think he's at champion level. I get the impression.
I was talking about your little rip there. Larry said you look real right now. You must be getting in trouble.
Now I'm throwing a walker.
Whoa.
You ship a lot of big crap, John.
Yep,
Big crap.
I do. But it
It's big stuff is a surefire. Tracy, you know, because you sell some big stuff. Most people don't want it, so you can find late in the afternoon on yard sales. You can find whatever you want that's larger because people are scared of it.
Yeah, that's true.
You better believe in 10 years I won't be doing this.
Oh, I want to show you what I found today, Scott.
Oh,
This is that golf bag that I found.
Nice.
It's almost brand new.
look at that. Shiny.
Okay.
Still got the packing paper in the pockets.
Ooh.
Very nice. Yeah, I got a golf bag over there I need to sell. But right now, it's holding all the golf clubs. I'm not listening.
I got about 20 over there in the corner. But I use the concrete pouring tubes for holding. I cut them down in half and get 2 tubes to hold golf clubs.
Doug, I don't know where Lag is. He wasn't on.
He's never up at night.
But he was not on the other Looney show either. He was not on Primo's show either. Primo must be asleep.
Yeah, it's too late these days.
That's
We're out there in that other time zone.
Me and Primo need to do a show battling conspiracy theory because I don't think he's on the same side of the fence I am on.
Yeah.
Something tells me and Primo see things exact opposite. That would be fun. That would be fun because he comes across as a really smart guy and can probably. Because I don't mind someone having beliefs that are opposite of mine or different of mine. Just don't tell me that you're voting for her because you hate Trump. You know, I want to kill my business because I don't like mean tweets. And this is the thing. They'll tell you that Trump has had 3 marriages and talk about this. But I'm going to vote for Kamala. She's got knee pads, goddammit.
Which knee pads?
How did she get to where she is? On her knees. She's
The only
Montel's
black-
She was Montel's side piece.
The only black DNA she has is well, we won't go there. That's for another show.
Oh, Willie Brown's.
Willie Brown's. There you go, right there. I'm telling
Well,
you.
they don't call her Heels Up Harris for nothing.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
They say she's black by injection.
Don't tell me that Trump is this bad, and you're going to do on moral grounds, and then go, but her. It's just ignorant.
Yep.
J Rod, are we getting any work done here tonight? No.
Well,
Work.
John,
Hey, do we need to put somebody in timeout? I heard somebody say work.
wait a second. It's always working. Machine.
No.
J Rod, J Rod, I want to tell you something. I'm sitting here watching TikTok last night, and I run into J Rod live, and somebody asked him about finding stuff in the area, and J Rod looks at the camera and says, "You're just not good enough." Right to their face, they suck. They need to be a better picker because all the people around them were better pickers than they were. I'm like, holy shit, this dude. I'm like, I'm too nice. I guess I'm too old. I'm too nice. I would have just told him something else. J Rod just went right for it though. Told him they suck. That was out there.
Well, at least he usually phrases it not
He
trying
says
to offend anybody, but
he says it very nice and very. I mean, he's got a point, and people need to hear that. But yeah, I don't know that I can say it that nice. He's much more diplomatic than I am. Got to find the good stuff. No, and you definitely find the good stuff because you sell a lot of stuff I like to sell. So it's not a secret. Not except for now, you got me buying all these damn hair curlers and damn shit. So far, nobody had said anything to the bald man buying curling irons and all the crazy.
Shampoo.
You should just tell him wishful thinking. I'm an optimist.
It's amazing that so many people want to be spoon fed everything, and the information is right. They ask the question. I guess they're wanting validation or whatever, but you know, how do you? It's amazing that
most people just don't want to think. That's the thing. Most people just don't want to think.
yeah, it's much easier. You just wonder if they feel better about making a decision if somebody else tells them to do it, so they don't think they have any personal responsibility. If something goes wrong, they can just say, "Well, I listened to that idiot Beard on YouTube, and he's just a dumbass. I'm gonna find somebody else to tell me something else." And I'm sure that's happened before. Everybody that bought a Monopoly game.
He got him good.
Hold on a second. I got to get there. Everybody that bought a Monopoly game.
Got him!
That's funny.
And that's why I quit making the videos, Corey, about bolos and that kind of stuff, because it was doing more damage. People don't learn. I mean, I could have pushed the YouTube harder. I just Larry, I agree with you. I don't hate anybody either. She's just not qualified to hold any of y'all. Based on the color, which she ain't. She's a DE. She's the worst DEI hire ever because they picked her based on a skin color and a race that she's not. The Democrats are that damn dumb.
Something. There's something.
Well, they think you are.
Well, and most people are. And
Look
they're
how
not
many
wrong.
they fooled.
Yep, they're not wrong.
Because because a lie repeated over and over becomes the truth, and that's how they have fooled them. You will not get me with that. Dadgummit.
Stop it, Jake. You're making me do it.
Yeah, what the hell?
Well, you on?
Yes.
So are you going out anywhere tomorrow?
No, we're going to the hunting camp tomorrow.
Hunting camp. Nice.
What are you hunting?
We're just working on green fields and tree stands tomorrow.
When does deer season open?
October 15th.
So you got to be ready.
Got to be ready.
What's that, an hour and a half from here?
2.5.
2.5. And you are dedicated.
It's in Sulligent, Alabama.
I've been there. I had friends that were from there when I was in college.
You might need to make another little trip down there if you're picking up RA stuff. They have a mom and pop pharmacy.
One of the ladies was from Sulligent. The other one was from Brilliant. Brilliant, Alabama. It's right over there, right in that same neck of the woods, I think.
No, Chris, we're setting up for deer.
Don't get me started on the food pyramid. We'll be going down red number 5 and yellow number whatever, and man, that's the one thing I do appreciate about Robert Kennedy is he is really sounding the alarm, and a lot of people will listen to him that don't necessarily because his name and they know he's fought this fight for years.
It's a good possibility he may actually end up swinging a few of these swing states.
Oh, no doubt. That's why they were fighting to keep him on the ballot because.
Right. They wanted to keep him on the ballot, even though the ones he wanted to be removed from.
Yeah, they've got him taken off. He's off of all of them now. I think the court's taking him off.
He won all his cases of. I think he won all the cases anyway.
I agree, Chris. They are tasty.
Never had one. You're right. There's too much sugar. There's too much everything. Too much. Somebody was showing. I don't know how true it is, but if you look at like Great Britain, they were showing the McDonald's fries. How many ingredients were in England versus here? There was like 3 or 4 ingredients in England, and there's like 15 here.
Yeah.
So,
you know how many ingredients are in a Chick-fil-A sandwich?
Don't tell me.
46.
51.
Oh, 51. I knew it was up. I knew it was up there.
51 ingredients.
That's a drill.
That's a really good
drill, John.
The Walt combo set, right?
Is that the hammer drill?
Yeah, it's I don't know. Just
What'd you get in the box? What is that?
A pipe.
Oh,
That was in
cool.
the return box.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So does Amazon even check these boxes, or do these people just get away with it?
No, people get away with it because I'm the one that's checking it.
Yeah, nobody's checking it. It's just getting pushed.
Is that for all third?
That's their way. That's their Amazon's way out. Like this skirt. If it's Amazon,
It's not a liquidation. I'm the first one to get to it.
yeah.
So is that FBA or is that just Amazon as a seller only?
This is FBA,
It's probably all FBA. Yeah.
and all they do, they'll give you the refund as soon as there's a return scan on the package. You get a refund. Doesn't matter what you do.
Dude, you know how many things I've had returned that are perfectly fine? It doesn't make sense. It's like
Well, yeah, I just got a Ryobi set that it's like they open.
I'm just saying the way Amazon's process works. I don't know what the threshold is for. It's got to be some kind of metric game on the employee end of the Amazon side for why things get handled the way they do.
Because I was thinking that's a nice set, and I've got a pipe laying around here.
Yeah.
Oh, the pipe? You want the pipe? I don't know what the hell it's for. Well, I got like another one at DeWalt. Got the charger just fine. Got the drill.
You didn't get a battery, did you?
And they returned the battery.
Oh, so that one came back normal.
And they returned the bag. So good stuff, and it works. I tested it out earlier. Win.
You get a lot of the DeWalt tools.
You get a lot. You get quite a bit. Yeah. Craftsman, DeWalt. I don't find too many Milwaukee though.
So how many of the tools do you find that are fake returns versus the regular?
2 out of 10. Like that one, 2 out of 10. Now you'll find that another 2 or 3 out of 10 are broken, like they busted up the chuck, or they maybe returned the tool, but
they returned their old one.
Yeah.
Usually.
So you don't get, you don't have a lot of expectations, but tools usually are okay. People like they'll rent the tools, essentially what they're doing, and then they return it.
Yeah.
Larry, I don't have a coupon. You have to go to Dollar Tree on your own. I bought the paint at Dollar Tree. You have to go on your own and get it.
Ken asked if there's any ice machines in the return.
Yeah, he just did an ice machine.
Yeah, I just did one.
Yeah, earlier.
Yeah.
It was like it makes the ice cubes, right?
Yep. I just tested it out. Took 19 minutes, but it's like, for instance, out here in Vegas, our water is really hard, and it really is hard on these appliances. So we actually had an ice machine, and the water doesn't taste very good out here anyway. So we had an ice machine.
Was the name Tom on that machine?
No, Frigidaire.
Ooh.
And we were putting our sparklets water in the machine, and it's probably a lot better than what we were able to get out here.
Did you measure it to make sure
water in mine
machine wasn't too big?
Measure what?
Measure it to make sure the ice machine wasn't too big.
Too big for what?
Somebody's counter, because Tom wanted to return.
They're like a foot and a half wide. They're not very low. They're not large at all.
And then I told Tom,
you can't read no fucking way, so why the fuck am I arguing with you about it?
Yeah, I love my little ice machine, ice maker. I only put distilled water in it.
Yeah,
distilled
water. Yeah.
See you, Corey.
I might actually have it at water distillers. So yeah.
Hey, y'all check out Grabs and Pause Vintage. I look forward to the video. You find it very interesting, you guys, how you switch gears in the winter. So that's gonna be pretty cool.
Yeah. When you're not making moonshine, you might as well make water.
Hey.
Moonshine.
You can make moonshine, you just can't sell it.
Yeah.
You can make a certain amount.
And you can drink it.
You can make personal consumption.
You can make a lot.
Is that a national number, or is that state by state?
There's state by state, and there's two numbers that matter: how much you can make in a year, and how much you can have at one time in possession. In most states.
What's that on average? You know?
I don't know the average. I just know it varies every state by state.
Well,
All right, so we're checking Alabama
like
right
gallons, liters.
In Alabama, you can produce up to 15 gallons of beer, mead, cider, and table wine each quarter of the year in your legal residence for your personal use.
You can't transport it.
You can't have more than 15 gallons in your residence at any given time.
Right. And you cannot transport it.
Alabama does not allow non-commercial production of spirits, so you can't produce spirits for your person. It's illegal to possess moonshine.
Moonshine. See?
Who do they think they are?
You can blow yourself up.
Because they want to tax the illegal government. I mean, the government's got to set up. Folks, never forget, folks. Any of those who might be on the edge and thinking about voting for the other side, understand when she says that they only want the rich to pay their fair share. Remember our dumbass relatives in the early 1900s when they told them that we're going to get the rich to fund the government. The income tax is only going to be for the rich. we don't want anything from you, and now we're paying what probably 60% on average each one of us at a minimum. At some point, the one thing I know is shit rolls downhill.
All right, y'all. I got to call a night. 5 is early in the morning.
Man, enjoy the hunt club.
Have a good one.
All right. See y'all later.
See you Saturday morning somewhere. What the yard sales all over Huntsville. I run into Tracy damn near every weekend. Is that crazy? I can't. Shouldn't you be watching Whatnot right now, Kent?
Oh. What's going on Whatnot?
He's always on Whatnot. Them people on Whatnot talking about Kent never lets us buy anything. Kent wins everything.
Oh.
Then they said this about Kent.
You little stupid son of a bitch.
But it's at the fourth quarter. I'm very concerned about the fourth quarter. Who knows? You just don't know what they're willing to do to shut this economy down. They've proven to us that they will bring it to a screeching halt.
Yeah.
Remember, they're starting to talk about bird flu right now. The bird flu is coming, folks. Well, they say it's coming. Bird flu. All right, what time is it? 10:22.
It's early. 8 o'clock.
It's early.
8 something.
It's already here. They're over too long. You never know what's gonna happen next.
For more awesome content, like and subscribe now.
Do that shit.